Is it still sounding funky? I don't know. Let's hope we fixed it. Like, let's hope so. Who's gonna try this? Who's gonna try it? Say shalom, shalom. If you are here watching me live, let me know on Facebook. I guess I don't know if it's the app I'm using. I'm outside now, so hopefully that's fixing it. But who the shell knows? Peggy do shalom. Is it still sound? I went and caught the replay, and it did sound kind of funky. I don't know what. I don't know what the shale. Thank you, Brienne. Okay, so I found this cool gadgets and gizmos on the restream, but is it still sounding like I'm in a freaking weird little underwater? Dun dun dun. Okay. Edit cover. That is not the cover we want. So if you are just tuning in, I'm Tawny the Mermaid. We are enjoying a beautiful sunny day. And I just I was going to the bathroom. I don't know if anyone else has good ideas when they are, you're sitting there, you're thinking, but I basically was realizing, like I told Patrick, I've been seeing in my memories, it's showing, how he used to have to drive me to work. Okay, good. Peggy do. It sounds good. Oh, thank heavens. I really honestly didn't do anything besides move it. I'm wondering if being on that glass table, I don't know. I don't know what made it be weird. Oh, that's weird. That's very weird. I just am seeing my backup account. I'm seeing myself on my For You page. That's always awkward. Um, but I try to reflect back a lot just to see how far I've come, all of, the progress, because sometimes it's really easy when you're in it. You're just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not, or maybe that's just me. I'm always like, I'm not doing enough. Come enjoy the sun. I'm not doing all the things. Like I keep starting my podcast, then ending it, then starting it, then, who the shell knows. I'm going to get back to it though. Trying to keep it with 2 minutes or less so that, I know podcast, but it's short and quick. So they're either going to be tips or it's going to be a truth. They're all T things. 2 minutes with Tawny. 2 minutes of some truth, something that popped in my head. And I'm like, I need to share this. 2 minutes of tips, something so that I have it. So if my brain ever goes wackadoodle, I got it. But stuff like that. Like I remember I used to get so frustrated and I would default back to, oh, it's because of my brain injury. Oh, I can't I wish I was like before. I wish I was like blah blah blah. And I'm really working on the stop wishing your life. Good afternoon, Druid. Quit wishing your life and you're an unrepeated miracle. Okay, you really are. I know that Patrick says that's hippy dippy stuff, but my brother told me last night I need to write a book about my life. You really do, Peggy do, because I swear, I know we don't even know everything, but every time you share a little bit more, I'm just amazed. And I hope I'm not being offensive when I say this, but people who are older, I love sitting down and talking. Like my grandparents, I love chatting with them because you guys have such knowledge. Like you've learned firsthand. Like my grandma, I remember when I was younger, she'd always tell me, if you can count your friends on one hand, you're lucky. And I'm like, I have way more than 5 friends. No. And she's like, no, I mean, like you could call them no matter what is going on, they would drop everything to help you. And she's right. Because as you get older, you realize, there's a lot of people who are acquaintances, a lot of people enjoy your company, but a true friend is not always easy to come by. Right, Brienne? Plus, Rhodey's sassy. Rhodey's pretty sassy. I get my sass from her. Wealth of knowledge. And like, I always ask her, I'm like, how did you stay married? Like 65 freaking years. Holy smokes. They just celebrated that. What's really funny is they actually went to school together and both their last names. So my mom's maiden name is Boffman and my grandmother's maiden name is Barnes. So they used to in school actually have to sit by each other. And Rhodey said she was like, I hated him. He would kick my seat. He was irritating. So I think it's really cool to hear what she has to say. And it's funny. She makes me laugh. Oh my God. Thank you for the roses, Michael Steele. I appreciate it. So I do a share winner. I want to remember to say that. So please share this video out. Also, you guys realize when you're sharing the video, if anyone comes to me and they're like, hey, I'm interested in these ketones, and I see that they're mutual friends with Brianne, I'm going to tell Brianne and help you earn your free ketones. So that means Brianne luckily is a part of the Spark Squad. So obviously my team, I do that for, but anyone in the Empire and any of my clients, and maybe you're not a client yet, you're like, well, I'm not a promoter. Guess what? When you order off the website, you do get a referral code. Maybe you're used to it as like an ambassador code or a coupon, whatever. But basically, when someone uses your referral code, you earn Prove It bucks. My grandma would always ask my grandpa for sane advice. And then one day he said, why aren't we together? That's a cool story. Thank you, Peggy Doo, for sharing. Why aren't we dating? Okay. I think that's cute. So Rhodey was actually married. She was married to another man. Well, not married. She was engaged. Sorry. Whoa. She wasn't. She didn't. Rhodey has never been divorced. She was engaged. She was engaged to this guy. And then she said, no, I think I might like that Bill. Might actually love Bill. William. But her tip was, because my grandpa did travel for work, that she said, she's like, they got to leave. You can't miss someone if they're always there. So they got to leave. So it's nice with Patrick being an actor when he does have to work on set or do stuff. I'm like, oh, like you miss them. You know, I can't miss you if you don't leave. You're always there. Then I forget what it's like when you're not there. Hi, welcome to Las Vegas, a town full of history. Don't drink and drive or you'll become the history. Oh, Lisa Green, thank you for calling me beautiful. Shalom, gorgeous. So I was really I told Patrick, I go, do you remember like you'd have to drive me to work? And because he likes being early for things, and there was always crazy traffic, he would get me to work and I would be there like sometimes 30, 40 whole minutes before my shift would start. And luckily I did work I worked in front of the beach. So I would sit in front of the ocean. I would go live a lot with you guys and share the ocean. And I do get it. I get how first world problems when you're like, oh, I have to go into work. But it was really hard. It was hard. I would still stay positive. I'm like, at least I have a beautiful view. But when you're stuck inside and you're just watching everybody else have fun, it's hard. It's hard. And, especially when you're just dealing with drunk people. So people have asked me if I miss bartending. I don't. There's certain parts of it. It was fun, but like to go back to it, you just go right back into, because I don't know, you have to have different defenses. People suck up your niceness because you're just dealing with drunk people at their worst. I want to be a mermaid like you. You should become a mermaid. Rosie. So here's my tips for if you want to become a mermaid. I would go YouTube. There's tons of videos. Courtney the Mermaid is, she does a lot of a lot of tips and stuff. And she does make tails. She made my brain scan tail. And then Nerd Made Faith does a lot too. She was like a swim instructor. You do, but let's be real. How many people like what they do? Like, I'm not going to call you guys out and ask, but how many of you guys, you're like, it's a job. It's a job because it's a job. I work, and you're there maybe because you've done it for your whole life, or, like I remember when I stopped teaching, everyone's like, why are you going to do this? Like, you finally got that. Why would you let that go? And I was like, my mental health and my physical health, like I cannot keep up with it anymore. I can't do it. So I was forced kind of to stop doing that. But I think even if you love what you do, like everybody is like, didn't you love opening oysters? Not every single day. And I definitely didn't love when it started to become, if you don't open oysters from this time to this time, then you don't qualify for this sale. Then you don't get this. Then you don't get that. So like, even if you love your job, I think anything that you are forced to do or you're on somebody else's clock, it just you get burnt out. So, especially when you run your own business, I like what I do, but it's just a job. Well, you can have other jobs. You can like what you do and have a side job. You can like what you do. And, I know the one really cool thing that came out of the pandemic is how many people decided, I've always wanted to make candles. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to do that, is finding passions and participating in them more. So I think that's something that's really cool. I have a lot more friends who are painting or being more crafty and doing stuff like that. Shallow, shallow, Mojo. Is it Bubbles? Oh, good Lord. We're gonna. Chad Mandela. I could. Will you tag me? Hold on. I have to block some people. Bloop. Da, 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 da. We got Merverts. I know, right? Bloop. But that's also what's so fun is like, so when I served, I would have to, if you were an asshole, I still had to serve you. I still had to deal with you. I still had to deal with you making gross, weird, inappropriate comments. And you'd laugh. You get really good at like, oh, that's so funny. My worst one, oh, who else hates you're so much prettier when you smile. You should smile. You should smile. And I was like, thank you for the follow, Chad. Nope. I'm not doing dual lives right now. If you want to do a dual live, you can message me. I'm in Facebook Messenger jail, so I highly suggest finding me on Instagram. I'm not going to accept, so you can, I'm like, stop asking. We're not going to do a dual live right now. If you want to do a dual live, I definitely want to message. I'm setting up boundaries like that because it's too much. It's too much to always be at the beck and call of everybody and people to just pop on your live and think that like they can just take it over. So I am more than happy. I love doing dual lives, but I want to message first. We can plan out a day. We can plan out a time. And like when I know ahead of time, maybe you want me to be in my tail. Maybe you want a certain animal. Maybe you want this, blah, 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 blah. Right? You look so much better when you smile. That comment makes me, it doesn't. It's like, I just always say to him, I'm like, why don't you be funny or do something that would make me smile? I'm like, do you smile when someone commands you to smile? Okay, hold on. What? I've been told I should smile, then told not to smile. That is so rude. I am so sorry that happened to you. People can be brutal, man. Jennifer, shallow, right? And so I'm happy about that. Like here, I mean, obviously I can ignore those comments, but like if someone's a douche, I can just block them. Like you can't do that in real life. You can't do that if you go into an office job. So I love social media. I know for some people that is their fear. They're like, they're worried about the haters. Here's the thing. People who need the most love ask for it in the most not nicest ways, the worst ways possible. So when you can just realize that, and most of them are keyboard warriors, and I'm like, you would never say that to me in person. And like when I get done with these lives, and I do the 5 method. So don't give it more than 5 minutes. If you're not going to care about it in 5 years, like I won't even remember any of those comments that were said. Plus, you can also always have like a moderator, have a friend that comes on and like helps and blocks that kind of stuff. Oh, you give a creepy smile? I thought it was very interesting when I had the mask, how many people were like, I just want to see underneath the mask. And I was like, no, you don't. I made jokes. I'm like, no, you don't. I was like, my teeth are all jacked up. I was like, it's not pretty down there. It's not pretty at all. Like, no, not cool. But I'm probably going to be going live with Tiffany. She got her new box. That's new and exciting. I moved my office around, so I'm super proud of that. I still have Bumblebee, do not go in that house. She's been on like a mission lately. It's really irritating that she wants to always go in the house. Tonight we do have an open invite Zoom. So if you want to come and hear about the opportunity, hear about running a business online, in fact, Kelsey Bray is going to be hosting it, and she runs her business completely different than everyone else. So I really applaud and love that because there's a lot of different powerhouses. Didn't it look like Holly was about to jump in there? That was weird. And I did get a nice W in. I do need to row. I have been very bad about getting more physical exercise. It's kind of hard when you like lost all the fat, but I'm like, Tony, if you really want to tone up, like you need to row. I don't know. That looks like I'm just doing the Running Man, doesn't it? Boop, boop, boop. The Keto Kick is only available if you is only an early access. I did grab it. So if you want a trial, drop trial. If you're like, what the hell is a Keto Kick? So they're those small little bottles, and you don't have to mix it with water. You can literally just drink it, swig it, take it like a shot, similar to, that 5-hour energy, but not similar in the sugar and the crap and the crash. There's lemon drop and strawberry kiwi are the two flavors. I have not got to try it yet. Not yet, right, Stacy? And I do want to share this. Oh no, my TikTok just died. Oh no, it overheated. It said it's too hot, beesh. iPhone needs to cool down before you can use it. Okay, actually, whoa, hold on. You're gonna overheat then next. All right, love you guys. Bye. Hold on, not you guys. I'm gonna cover you. We're going to use this chair. It's a very crazy system. We use the back of this chair and then it blocks it. So Peggy does and Stacy. Now I'm going to say something. I hope I don't confuse everyone. I am also going to have 3 special shatterproof trials. So with those, they will have one of each flavor and a variety of other flavors. So if you are just, because I know my girl Stacy and Peggy are like me and they like variety, they like trying all the new stuff. So if you you're like, well, I want to try one of each flavor and some of the other things. I did drop it in our VIP chat. I know if you are watching and you're like, but I'm not in VIP. How do I get in VIP? Comment VIP. I'll teach you how. Plus, they get first access. So I wanted to give them, like a couple hours with it so they can claim whatever they want. Lindsay, it has felt like that. Right? I'm sad. So I still am. Someone asked if I was in the product preview group. I still am. I just think because this technology is so new, they only sent it to certain people in the company. So not all of us got to try it. So I did not get to taste test it yet. But here's the thing that I know. I'm all about that technology. It said it's going to help my brain more. It's going to help me focus more, and it's more instant. So, and you can mix it. So I'm excited to have a day to like have a morning with that. Try that in the morning and then have a Mexican ketone. Like I wonder how much stuff I'm gonna get done in a day. What else? Yeah, so there is a bundle where it's Mexican ketones, Protones, cream, and the Keto Kick, because I know a lot of you guys are like me and you have the ketones. I don't want to say just the ketones. I drank the ketones for the longest time. I only added cream in because it was in my kit. So that's what I started with. And that is tried and true. Those are great. They kick you into ketosis 59 minutes or less. There's no fuss about it. I like new stuff. I like the newest technology. So I'm excited for it. If you have more questions, please shoot me a message. If you are catching the replay and you're like, girl, just go to the links in my bio. I do have, I need to add a new link for the science video. I just love that we lead with education and that there's science behind it. And Dr. Ryan's like a little cutie patootie. So I will listen to him spit some science on me. That sounds really That sounds naughty. You could take that such a naughty way. Oh my God, I can't wait to share that with my friends. I'm gonna be like, I love when Dr. Ryan spits science on me. Ah! Bumblebee, don't make that noise. Sorry, I'm very inappropriate right now. I don't know. As you can tell, I'm feeling good. I put a dress on. GOOD. Boop boop boop. Yeah. So good thing the husband left. Good thing he's not on Facebook or YouTube. Whoops. I hope I see you tonight on the Zoom. If you can't come by, you can catch the replay. Just comment freedom, because it is. It's all, to me, that's my biggest why, is it's giving me freedom to focus more on my health, to not just put my head down, which I have a very, I don't want to say bad, it is a bad habit. I have a very bad habit. Like when I hurt, I'm just like, do things for other people. It'll take your mind off the pain and then you can ignore it. And then I also don't feel like I'm lazy or a sack of poop. So I freaking am trying to rework that now. Like, hey, you aren't feeling good. Let's just rest and get better. I know. So Lindsay, I go live every afternoon, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central, 2:30 Mountain. I try to keep it like we're getting on the later side of it. I try to keep it under 30 minutes. Sometimes I teach you guys. Sometimes I'm like half in the pool. Once it gets warmer, I'm going to be in my mermaid tail and everything. But I'm trying to make that time always where you can find me. You can ask me any question. I also answer some questions. Like those are some questions I got in my messenger, was about the keto kick, about some of the deals going on. There are still some bingo cards available. The prizes are amazing. There's AirPods, there's purses, there's all these different things. So if you're just like, I know that some people don't have friends or family in recovery, so it's not, maybe Shatterproof is maybe not the nonprofit that you would always put money towards. But for me, mental health is super important. I do have friends who are in recovery, and I just think of how much better their life is now. And if they would have been able to get help even earlier, I'll be standing right behind the computer. Also, I just like to have fun, and I'm pretty boring now. I don't do much. So now I get to say, when people are like, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, Friday, I'm going to play bingo. And Saturday, I'm going to do a sip and paint. So if you don't want to buy the bingo cards, that's totally A-okay. The sip and paint, you can get all your paint supplies at the dollar store. I did last year and I still have them, and I'm going to use them again this year. You do not have to sip alcohol. You can sip ketones. You can make a keto cocktail. You can make, I was thinking of making splash with some, I should do Naraha with some champagne. It'll be like a mimosa that won't put me to sleep. We're gonna get some champagne. I got the champ bong that I need to use. Oh, your motivational live feeds are sometimes needed while I'm at work. Lindsay, that means more to you, more to me than you know. Thank you for saying that. I have found I was slacking on my meditation, and I will tell you, it really helped doing that again. And I've actually even scheduled in the middle of the afternoon, I stop and I do the gratitude thing. I think it's 3 or 5 minutes. That's it. I use the Balance app. I'm not sponsored. I just like it. I have used the Calm app before. It's cool. But there's science. There's all this research on why meditation is helpful. It can help everybody. And I'm going to leave you with this last little tip that I actually got from my friend. She was like, I get frustrated when I walk the dogs. You guys have heard me. I get frustrated. Okay. I can't help it. I love them very much. And I try and remind myself that I'm like, Tawny, you used to not be able to walk them. Someone gave me a perspective flip. If you are fine, it's because we don't necessarily have big problems. Before, I used to worry about my head. I had so many other things to worry about and to get frustrated at, that the little things did not bother me. Well, now that I don't have big things bothering me, the little things. So I'm not saying that I didn't still get a little frustrated on the walk. I was like, you're frustrated because you literally have nothing else really to be frustrated about. Everything else is easy peasy. Everything else makes you so happy. So the one thing that minor inconveniences you. So if you are finding yourself like blowing up when you're in traffic, traffic sucks. I'm not saying you're not still gonna like let out a little like, ah, but as I'm I'm like, okay, this is not that big of a deal. I'm making it a bigger deal. In 5 years, am I even gonna care about this? No. I want to be a better person. And like that's seriously what I kind of say to myself. I don't know. I forgot about it. Happy you said something. Ooh, what did I say something? Oh, about meditating. Okay, yeah. So hopefully, I don't know. Do you like that? Wait, how's that go? Ah. I know I didn't do my Pee Wee Herman. I'm like, I don't know. No, I can't even do it on cue. It just comes out of me. I don't know. That's Stitch. Or Hannah means family. Family means nobody gets left behind. But I will be live later because I do have to cook some crock pot stuff. I don't have to. I get to. I'm also trying to make that switch. You get to. I get to go to work. I get to walk the dogs. I get to clean up trash. Even when I clean up their poop, I'm trying to say, like, I'm so happy that they're healthy enough to poop and that they have food to poop out. I know. Patrick was like, you're so fucking weird. I was like, yo, bro, when you practice gratitude all the time, it makes you a happier person. It radiates from you. I won't lie. I've gotten so much better though. My road rage used to be really bad, really bad. I won't say that maybe in the last month did I maybe flip somebody off in the car. Maybe. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, guys. So if you're still working on it, woo woo, welcome to the club. 1% better every day. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.